Hello, this is Nitro RC, Nitro Gang approved, part of the Nitro Gang hybrid up in New York City or wherever. Nitro family celebrating 20 years or more Nitro dedication, me and my boy. And we are talking about the Nitro. So we are going to go back into the history of my Nitro heritage. We all go back to something in our Nitro days or our RC days. RC cars started as just your original. Let me see if I can position this camera in a different angle. I will just have to hold it. Nitro, let me see if I can position this controller here with this camera here. I'm sorry, I did take a Oxycontin. My back has been killing me, so I'm getting a little tired. But so here we go. Get you a view of the car while we're checking things out. Now, this happens to be a Losi anyways. It all started, sometimes it starts electric, sometimes it starts nitro, but original RC cars in the 1950s had no radio systems in them at all. They actually just went in a circular circle, and they had engines on them. And then the 60s and 70s, they started putting radios in them. Originally, no pull starts, no electric starts. You had to wind over your engine and then kind of spring start it with the spring, like an old plane, like how you start planes, like and then you fling it. So then in the 70s and 80s, most everything was nitro. Most nitro RC, most everything was nitro. And then in the late 90s and 80s, I know a lot of history. Started doing more electric stuff. But a lot of people, I hate electric vehicles. I hate Teslas. I hate electric motorcycles, electric bicycles. I do nitro and gas everything. Two-stroke KTM dirt bike, 300cc, 1994. Freaking Yamaha 1992 Wave Runner, two-stroke bicycle, 80cc. Freaking two-stroke racing go-peds with Zenoa engines. Racing carburetors, spent over $3,000 in those. I'm kind of done with that. I'll get back into the hobby later, but I'll be riding my bike. Started with the XTM Nitro Accelerator back when I was 11 years old. That was my first legitimate RC car. And I did have a Team Associated B4 electric. And it all started, my brother got me into it. He was an electric RC person, which I love electric RCs too, but not as much as I love the Nitro. I believe the fastest things on earth are the rockets, running on combustion fuel, kerosene, jet fuel type mixtures, alcohols and methanols and kerosenes. And we have this anti-gravity extraterrestrial technology that the government has from the spaceships. Now, anyways, you can turn off now if you don't want to watch a long video, because this is going to be another 5-10 minutes. So anyways, if you see some of my other videos, I do need to get myself a cameraman. My mom's boyfriend, he doesn't really care to film me much, but maybe I could offer him some money to film me and use some good filming. Just want someone to follow my vehicle when I'm driving it and everything. And maybe I could get like a GoPro body mount or something mounted to my chest. I don't know. But anyways, I have some cool videos, some of my other cars. And that Nitro XTM Accelerator, man, that thing was amazing. Drove the hell out of it. Did 30, 40-foot jumps. Freaking drove the hell out of it. Never raced it at the track. Then I got a Nitro Savage 5.9K 5.9 big block, saved up. I literally begged on the streets for maybe 6 months, asking people, can you spare $1? Can you spare $1? That's what I did for most of my years when I used to get high on marijuana, which I don't believe that's cool. I just think you should just drink a little alky, worship the Lord. Jesus, he loves these RCs. He loves the hobby. He loves people who are in order, who take care of things, have a good keep the engine clean. You know what I mean? Keep that air filter clean. You know what I mean? So what we trying to say here is that back when I had that Nitro Savage, then that thing was original, man, $600. Man, I wish I would have got the freaking MGT 8.0 Team Associated, which it is a pretty cool truck. I'd love to find one day in its original state. Now we're going to skip to the future. And so I finally took my RCs out of the grave about 4 years ago, when I was just really tired of I was just missing them a lot. And they were just calling for me. I had my dilapidated Nitro Fortec, which I bought that around the time of the Savage. First had the Nitro, I'm 25 now. Had the XTM accelerator back when I was, the XTM Nitro accelerator back when I was about 11 years old or something like that. Yeah, 11. Yeah, maybe even 10. Then when I was 15 or 16, I bought the Savage, and then I got a Mustang 5.0 Celine, straight piped, a V8 roll bar, black, freaking 1,000 horsepower, not really 1,000, but stick shift. And then I bought the Nitro Fortec, 70 miles per hour. So then I had my cars lying in the grave in my brother's closet, which he's not here anymore. He's been in a mental hospital for like 5 months. But anyways, I'd like to get him back into the hobby one day, get him an electric vehicle, an electric RC vehicle, or a Nitro, whatever he prefers, so he could race with me. I actually bought this Losi RTR, Losi 8 RTR with a .21 Nitro engine, big block. I bought it specifically to drive it at the track in the city of Orange, California, not too far from Disneyland. And I recently just called him because I was wanting to go again. I bought a big ass backpack just so I could put this car in a backpack because I don't have a vehicle. I just have a bicycle and whatnot and take the buses. And I bought, and I just, they're closed. They closed it down. So now I have limited places I can drive. I can drive in my track in my mom's backyard, which is just kind of something I turned into a track. Got a few good jumps, and I got another place over here. And then, so I'm just going to have to buy an electric buggy just for one purpose only. Not because I'm saying I like electric more and losing my dedication to Nitro, just so I could race my RCs with other people. Because my favorite part of RCs is going to be probably monster trucks and on-road. But you know, it's very fun to enjoy the hobby when you're racing with other people on a 10 scale track or an 8 scale track. And that's what I'm going to do again, get myself a Losi electric, kind of like this, but electric, brushless. And I'm not going to like it as much as gas, guaranteed. It's like a fag. It's like a homosexual compared to like a hot Taylor Swift, like freaking Megan Fox right here. That's how I consider it. Freaking electrics are fags and they can go to hell. And everyone, electric bicycle pussies, cocksuckers. I'd be chilling, driving like 45 miles per hour on my GoPed racing scooter, all tricked out. Freaking and passing them, freaking just going in between cars, a little crazy. Also, I gotta release my music. I'm also a rapper. But anyways, let's get to the point. We're here for RCs. This is Jay-Z RC. I hope someone chips out on this video. I hope I get some viewers. I'm gonna give this, hopefully you watch this, my man Hybrid. Hopefully you watch at least part of it. Anybody who watches this, I appreciate it. Anyways, pulled those cars out of the grave. I restored the Nitro Fortec, the Traxxas Nitro Fortec. I restored the HPI Savage K5.9 by HPI. And finally, about a year ago, I was just tired of fixing it. I couldn't get parts for the original 5.9 engine. And I just got a different engine from Germany. It was a Force engine, which is good. But I just broke the diff on the back. And I was just dealing with too many problems. So I had to let her go. But anyways, I've been able to, let me see where my flashlight is. So, a little bit of what I've done. These are the original tires. I did have some neon green wheels with tread that I found in the trash can of the track back when it was still open. The Nitro track. Now, the electric track that I'm going to be going to just to drive with other people is in, like, Huntington Beach, California. But anyways, so I threw those in the trash already. And these are my on-road tires for when I drive it on the asphalt. And these are the originals. And the neon green ones that I was using on dirt, they're gone now. I'm still waiting on a set of 4 buggy tires, obviously treaded. The neon yellow, I call it neon green color. And I'm still waiting. I ordered off wish.com. I had a Ty Testament high voltage servo. It didn't work good with the nickel metal hydride battery in this system here. And it just didn't work good. That's where it would be. So I took the battery out. I took this the Savox Ty Testament high voltage digital servo, and I put my original S605 servo. And today I'm going to talk about a little bit of my repairs I've done. I have had to replace that servo horn, the steering one. I tried the first one, when I got that new freaking, for some reason, after I broke the servo, when I put the new servo in, I had to put a new servo horn. I lost my stock when I switched back to my old. So I've literally been dealing with steering problems. I drove this thing so many times and the steering would just give out because the battery couldn't supply enough voltage to turn it, and it would just cut out. So I've went through about 4 or 5 servo horns, at least 4 of them. Finally, they stopped dicking me around at my local hobby shop, and they finally gave me one, an aluminum one that works with the original servo. So now my throttle servo, this is about only a year or so old, this whole vehicle, and I just had to replace my throttle servo. It was pretty easy. I avoided some other things that I didn't really need to take apart in order to get to it and just put it together as fast as I could. That was a different night, and you can see a little bit of wire hanging right there, but that's okay. That's secure. Air filter's good. Fuel line's turning a little yellow. I've had to replace my one-way bearing a couple of times. Just replaced it again. Don't know why it's going out. The actual shaft where the bearing hooks onto is not like rough or jagged. I don't know. Guess the bearings are a little cheap. Finally, my freaking pole start just goes out, so I just put my new one back on tonight. That's basically what I did. Just set up my gear a little bit. Clutch is good. All my bearings are good. Vehicle still works really good. Spectrum transmitter. Anyways, haven't got a Nitro Rustler with the 2.5 engine. Man, I have done some crazy driving with that thing. I've went over 50 miles per hour, drifting, freaking hauling ass, freaking good 20-foot jumps on it. But what I've recently just did on I haven't been able to do any videos. Like, I'm going to try to get some out of there of driving. Freaking, I do some crazy stuff. Freaking, on the Traxxas Nitro Fortec, I'll be doing wheelies, freaking 360s, freaking going 55, doing jumps on the dirt, freaking 20-footers. And on the Savage, man, I could have took that thing to the next level. But I want to get myself, as you've heard, if you watch the Nitro Gang videos from Hybrid 239, I forget the exact title on his YouTube name. I'm just like Jesse Stewart on there. Subscribe and like my videos. I have a few, and I'm going to put some more content. I try to keep it only RC, but I have a few of everything, and I just do so many things in my life. Like, you name it, I've done it. You know, snowboard, dirt bike, jet ski, freaking BMX pro, skateboard pro, ice skater, professional figure skater, freaking runner, freaking champion, weightlifter, freaking everything, man. Freaking, I haven't done skydiving or wingsuit flying or flown in an airplane, but I'm going to be a fighter jet one of these days. I fly RC planes. I'm going to get back into that. I have a little one. I fly the hell out of it. Flips and upside down and loops, and a little one, just a glider with a pusher motor. But I want to get a bigger one. I get a nitro plane eventually, and a better electric glider, and a nitro boat or an electric boat, or both. A nitro helicopter, or just a cool freaking regular electric helicopter capable of 3D flight, upside down and everything. Anyways, last time I was driving this, I literally did a backflip. First time in my life I've ever done an RC backflip. Freaking going for this. I got this thing like 30-foot jump right here, just hitting it, and it freaking, every time I land, it freaking drives right into the bushes right here. But literally, one of these jumps, I freaking literally went for it. Perfect. And I wasn't even trying to, but I just went off the lip, freaking backflip, landed perfectly, and freaking, man, can't wait to get some good videos for you guys. In the Nitro Fortec, I get down with that, man. I go freaking ham on that, man. I'll be drifting, 2-speed transmission, freaking boom, just hitting 70 miles per hour right out here on the street. Boom, man. And freaking, I've customized that thing. It's basically all stock. Everything of mine is all stock. Just like Hybrid said, I like the stock experience. I like a little performance here and there, but I enjoy Nitro experience, the way the manufacturer intended it to be, which, you know, I feel like Nitro is going to make a comeback if we stick together as a family. I can make my own fuel in the future if I need to provide it for any of my Nitro brothers. I use the best methanol, I use the best nitromethane, and I use the best synthetic castor oil racing from a great company that's had decades of championship trophies and everything. And I'm not making my own fuel right now, but I will be eventually. I want to get some of that Bones brew that he be using, Hybrid. What's up, Hybrid? Where do you get that Bones brew? I have some old fuel because I haven't went to buy some fresh at my local hobby shop. got a little more than a gallon left. It's some freaking O'Donnell's racing fuel. I don't like it. It doesn't have enough oil in it, and it doesn't smell very good. But I'm just gonna go through that first. My favorite was my own mixture. And the Power Master fuels that they used to produce was good. The VP Racing fuels, you can only get them in little jugs. Don't ever use Traxxas fuel. Traxxas fuel sucks. Okay, anyways. The Nitro Fortec, just going mad with that. 75, drifting, freaking just hauling it, man. Freaking coming in. Freaking just getting crazy with it. And the Savage, man, be crazy with that. This one right here, the Losi 8, crazy with this. I even, stock. Freaking all stock. You got this thing heated up good, you're just blowing it, man. That thing pumps out some, even with stock pipe, it just blows it, man. Once this engine is, that thing will last years. That thing is a beast. And freaking, when you get it tuned up right, not over-tuned, but when that thing's heated and you're just blowing it, you can keep up with Nova Rossi engines, freaking Mugen engines. You can just, it doesn't matter, man. People like, I be racing with people who spend thousands of dollars on one RC setup, and I be smoking them and in the lead because I know I'm a 15-year-old experienced professional driver, man. I swear I could win championships, but it's all about the love, man. I do it for the soul, man. I'm like, I got nitro running through my veins. I got oil in my heart. I got freaking propane in my pants, man. I freaking, you know what I mean? So anyways, I want to get myself another, I want to get an MGT 8.0, but I don't think it's very, you can't get a new one. I don't trust any of them sellers. Maybe an old used one, but what I'd like is to get a Savage again. A 4.6, not that 5.9 XL Savage, but because you can't really find a new one. I might get a used one if it's still available. I see one online. But right now I don't have the money to throw around like that on a new RC. But eventually I want to get another Savage, a 4.6 model, because I think they're producing them again. But I don't know limited availability, and I don't even know if you really can get one shipped to your location and how legitimate it is. But I'm going to look into it, and I'm going to get a Savage again. And the 5.9 engine, you can't get the one-way bearings for it anymore. It's discontinued. You're not going to find one anywhere. You'd have to be searching for like days and weeks and months to find one, most likely. But you can get the 4.6 engine parts pretty good, and the 4.6 is pretty good. And you could maybe they're starting making the 5.9 engines a good again, but 5.9, which is basically about a 6cc or something like that, that's basically not too much different from the MGT 8.0. That's in my opinion, from learning a little bit about hybrid, it's a cool car. It's a Team Associated, really good brand, but the Savage is just higher RPM. You can, with the 3-speed transmission is really cool too, but I'm gonna get a 2-speed transmissions 4.6 model, maybe throw in the 5.9, whatever. I'm gonna have some fun, learn how to do some backflips on it, just rip it up, 4-wheel drive, freaking customize my body if I want, be back there in the freaking down there just ripping it up, and get some videos of you freaking ripping, get some videos of ripping up this. The Savage videos will come again soon when I do it. It's gonna be my favorite truck again. And get this freaking thing ripping at the track, show you the electric track one day, get the Fortec going, and maybe show you some videos of the Nitro Rustler. One of the best RCs. It's a stadium truck, kind of like what I started with, and in some ways it is my favorite RC, and I think that honestly it is my favorite still, a stadium truck. But when you got the Savage, that's even better. That's my favorite, but I don't own one anymore. But the Fortec for my on-road, I say that's the second favorite from your monster truck or stadium truck. But just the feel and the drive of driving a buggy, a 4-wheel drive 8-scale buggy, there's nothing else like it. And you can just do so many things with a 4-wheel drive buggy. You can put a $400 engine into it. You can put freaking different bodies. You can do upgraded arms and shock towers and shocks and gas tanks and chassis and air filters and servos and remote controls. But it's like, what at the end of the day, what does it really freaking matter? Like, I'm too lazy to get this body on the right way. I'm only using one hand, but it goes on there. It looks pretty. That's kind of what it looks like. But anyways, that's the stock body too. I wish they would have given you like some more like brighter colors like blues and yellows and greens. But what do you expect? It's a good RC for $350. You can still buy one of these today from Horizon Hobby. It's the best. It's the best, most professional, ready to run 8-scale nitro buggy. And when I get that electric buggy just for the purpose to race with other RC drivers, and still, you know, I'm not gonna like it too much because it's electric. But yeah, I just want to keep the spirit alive, you know, make fuel for people if I have to, just do videos. And, you know, I hope that when I'm like 60 years old, I hope that you can still get a nitro engine online or parts or just the supplies needed to make the fuel, you know. The freaking drag racers, man, they records of 600 miles per hour, 400 miles per hour, 100% nitromethane. They changed the regulations a little bit, but that's nitromethane, 100%. That's some of the strongest, most powerful, most highly flammable combustible fuel on the planet. I mean, I'm sure that jet fuel and rocket fuel, all pressurized and stuff, is higher, but, you know, and then obviously anti-gravity alien technology, which, I mean, I like the sound and the vibration. If you're just like going like light speed and it's quiet, like how is that fun? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd rather be strapped to a freaking nitro drag racer hooked up with the propeller, hooked up on a rocket, compared to freaking just, well, maybe a NASA space shuttle if I could just put a lawn chair on the top of it and just strap myself in with a few bungee cords and just, you know, here I am right here and just freaking all the smoke and just be chilling right there with my sunglasses on, listening to like freaking Led Zeppelin and freaking with like freaking like 100,000 like concert speakers all strapped around it, like 100 of them just banging, freaking chilling and going like a 2,000 miles per hour heading toward the moon. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? You know, that's well, anyways, get you some content again. You know, I think I'm going to do a separate video and just show you how this thing breathes some life into it. Start it for a second. Make sure the heart and the lungs and the blood is still flowing through the system of love here. Anyways, hope somebody watches the video. Give you one nice look at the car before the video ends. Here she is once again. Yeah, I don't have time to show you the other vehicles tonight. And I do have an old, it's not really mine, but it is kind of mine. It's a really cool car. It's a Z car by SH, and you could look up SH engines. It was from a hobby shop that went out of business that was here in kind of California, Orange County. But SH engines, they are also sold by A-Main Hobbies, and they have really nice buggies. And they specialize in kind of like a buggy engine. And it was a Z car BMX 28. I need to get an engine for it and a radio system for it because my freaking friend, he still may have it, but I could get that one running. And I do like that car more, honestly, than this Losi. It's not such a like an American known brand, but overall, it's actually a better vehicle. It has a really nice wing on it, just a little bigger, and I like the color. It's all white. And just the layout of the vehicle is much cooler. And I want to get that running. I can't spend like $200 getting the engine and the radio system. So hopefully he still has. He just dropped off the freaking rolling chassis. I need to see if he still has and he's supposed to give me a ride to go snowboarding. He's kind of a crazy guy, but you know, if it wasn't for me, I was able to fix up his vehicle so we could drive together a little bit. And he's not really experienced how to drive very well, but hopefully he still has the engine laying around, which was in my last observation of it. And when I just needed a pull start and the radio system, I had it functioning properly. So hopefully he could give me that because I'm not willing to spend $150 to get it running. And then we could drive together. He's pretty cool. He knows how to film good. He can do some pretty good filming too. But yeah, so that's just a .21 big block engine. Yeah, you can get a performance pipe. That would give you a little bit more power, just a little bit. Yeah, it's really cool. I've only had maybe a gallon or two, maybe 2 or 3 gallons through this engine, and it's still just as strong as it was freaking when I first got it. And just overall, it's just a high quality, ready to run. You just, this is basically the Traxxas cars. I wish they would just make bigger nitro engines. If they could just make big block engines, they have the 3.3 nitro engine, which is cool. I love the T-Max. I've never owned one, but I love the Rustler, and I love the Nitro Fortec with a 3.3, and I love Traxxas, and I wish they could make bigger engines, but this just is a nice big block that you get in there, and good pipe, good fuel system, good just everything, you know, the arms, you know, the shocks, you know, the wing, you know, it's just a cool vehicle in general, you know, just, can you see it there? Okay, yeah, I hope you can see it right there. I can't really see it, because I have my camera, but it's all, look at that. I've put this to the limit, and this chassis hasn't cracked, broken, or nothing. Now, freaking, I'd like to get what's it called? The freaking MGT 8.0 chassis. That would be sick. I wonder if you could put like a freaking higher RPM engine, or even what it comes with, helicopter engine status. Freaking like a forged, or what was it calling it? A freaking extruded aluminum chassis. Different from the Savage TVP aluminum chassis. Those are kind of like chassis, like a pancake chassis, like two chassis, and then like surrounded by like a chassis on the side, and then you know, all the internals in the middle. Kind of like what the opposite of a traditional pan chassis, like not a pan chassis, but a solid flat plate chassis. I would get it. This is the stock. You know what they give you, RTR. This thing is a beast chassis, man. You know, they were telling me when I first bought it, or some guy was saying, oh, you can get a cover to prevent scratches. But that's to show you those are battle scars right there, man. Those are just battle scars. This thing is resilient, man. This just takes it, man. She just takes it. And I can't wait. I want to show you them new wheels. Those neon yellow or neon green wheels coming. I got them off wish.com. Really good deal. I hope they come soon, else I'm going to be very pissed off. But I believe they're good quality, 17 millimeter hex fitting for your behind this nut here. And anyways, leave me a comment and let me know what you would like to see. If you'd like to see the Nitro Fortec speed run video and a little drifting, or if you'd like to see the Nitro Rustler just going crazy on the street, or going crazy on the dirt. It does need a new engine one of these days, but she still has some life in her, that old 2.5. Good, resilient, long-lasting engines and starting systems. I like the one-way bearings in the Traxxas engines. They never go out. They really don't. It takes a long time at least. Or if you'd like to see this car, the Losi 8, ripping it up on the track. And so just let me know if you want to see the Losi, the Fortec, or the Rustler. And eventually I'll get the HPI, something going like that. And we'll do it like that for sure. All right. Try to get you some content. Let's see a video hybrid. Let's see the freaking 8.0. Let's see it going crazy, man. Come on, get that thing some jumps, man. And let's see you run that HPI Savage again. Out of everything, I want to see the Savage. I want to see you freaking kill that Savage. I want to see some speed runs, my boy. I want to see this 3-speed. And freaking, I want to see what the freaking MGT 8.0, I want to see what it can do full speed. I want to see the power. I want to see some jumps. I want to see some dirt. Get some ramps. I just want to see some hardcore action. I know you might not be able to get some dirt. Maybe you can't get dirt where you're at, but just try to find some. Try to get some dirt jumps going. And some serious driving, some full speed. Watch out for those little kids, man, and bring out the Raminator again, man. The Raminator is next level, man. Doesn't really have too much of a top end speed, but some serious power, and it sounds really cool. All right, well, all right, peace out. This freaking Losi 8 says goodbye. All right, we'll maybe get a video of getting her started a little bit. Right now, I'm going to put the phone down and everything. Upload this to YouTube. Okay. All right. Okay. What else could I show you before? This is an old reliable. I want to show you my old reliable wrench from when I first started my hobby. More than 15 years ago, basically. Now, this is the wrench it came with for your glow plug and your wheels. For this car came with this one. But these two tools have really proven their self. They don't make RC stuff like they used to, that's for sure. Everything breaks, but these old school tools, XTM tools, I think you even have an XTM vehicle, if I'm not correct, hybrid. I'd like to get an XTM accelerator one day just to add to the collection when I'm old. But this XTM wrench has lasted so freaking long, since I was 11 or 10 years old. And it hasn't cracked, it hasn't broken. I'd be really nice to it nowadays, and I just cherish this thing. Freaking, you can't. I don't even know if you can find a wrench like this anymore. You probably could, but yeah, it's just sad when companies go down. Like I wish they could just, more Nitro stuff could just be available. Ready to run, and just parts in general. Just like, why can't we just see, like, we thank Jesus we have Traxxas still producing Nitro stuff and people still driving it and having fun with it. And that's the best part of freaking life, is just hearing your engine, Just, I think you're a pussy and you're a homosexual if you like electric vehicles. I don't think you're a bad person. You not necessarily do have to be a homosexual, but just, honestly, if you don't like an engine and the sound of it and the fuel and the smell, and you can like electric stuff too, but if you're not turned on and you really take a deep passion for a two-stroke dirt bike like a KX freaking 250 cc dirt bike, or a freaking nitro burning freaking RC car, or a freaking Ferrari freaking 250 GT, or a Testarossa, or whatever the hell you like. If you don't get turned on by the smell of racing fuel and nitro fuels and just the sound of a freaking roaring freaking Harley Davidson, or whatever, man, then you're definitely a homosexual and you're definitely going to go to hell. And if you don't like them words, then you can, you can take it right there. So for all you people that love nitro, you know what? I give you a nitro hug from the heart. Pound it. All right, we're gonna get some nitro action for you soon and start this old girl up. She's still tight. She's like a virgin still. You know what I mean? All right, give her a little pull. Ooh, man, she's tight. All right, we good. Peace out. All right.